How are you doing, Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs? I fucking might have a shave, you know. It's my birthday in a week today. And I've been on my website. Check out my website. You'll see a picture of me with my head, sides of my head shaved and stubble, not beard. And I'll tell you what, I look fucking badass. Anyway, I digress. We're back on the road, King. Okay, look, the billet bite bits have come up good. I've dropped the bearings in, tapped them into the frame. It's being painted, so we don't have to worry about the powder coaters fucking the bearings up. To be fair, the one I use is gleaming. You don't do that shit. You don't cause problems like that. But there we go. So I just need to check whether I need to make a spacer. I don't think I will, but I might. That might not stick through enough to give me the clearance that I need on the frame. It's touching as it is, but that's not the actual one. It's just one that I've got. This nut, I'm waffling on about this fucking adjuster is off a Suzuki DR 650 set of forks. Look, they're down there. So they're not the one really. One's a Suzuki GSX R 750 or 1100 adjuster and top nut, and I think that's stepped. So I think that'll give us the extra clearance to stop this surface there, this cutout from fouling on the top yoke. Either that or I'll make a fucking little spacer. Don't matter to me. Not bothered. To compliment those spang dangling new fucking yokes, we've got new fucking tubes. This came in a week, so we've got everything we need to get his front end together now. What I'm going to do is give all these bits a good spray and fucking wipe down, get the air on them and blow them out, because they've been hanging around the workshop for a few weeks awaiting parts. And then we're going to build them up. There is all the damper assembly, look. And it's fucking... I've seen better days out of the seal, isn't it? Oh, it's where they fit through the fucking yoke, isn't it? They're different on this. Don't know what he's going to do about fork tops. There you go. So, something else to add to the list. It's a little bush. And somewhere in here there should be a clip to hold the oil seals in, and there should be some nuts, sorry, some bolts. There you go. Here. So I'll get one side ready to rock and roll. We'll get that all washed down, and I've got in this bag here, I've got new seals and oil, so we'll fit them up, get them together and get them in the yokes. Okay, what I do is when I disassemble the forks, I get a little damper rod and I put everything in order the way it came off, because it might be 2 days, it might be 2 months before I get back to working on it, so that way I can't forget, you know. They're usually pretty of a muchness, but this way it double checks, you know what I mean. It makes sure they don't fuck it up when I'm building it back up. Yeah, even down to the seals that are going to be replaced. And what I do, I leave them in the oil. I've got a tub there and I put a cover over it and I leave it all oily, so that no damp gets in and nothing gets fucked up. And then before I build it up, we'll give it a good wipe down with a clean cloth, and I'll give it I go over with brake cleaner and blow it off with the airline. I'm not showing you very well, am I? Because I'm struggling to frame what I'm doing. So we give it everything a good clean. Not that, I'm not using it. Good clean with the brake cleaner. Yeah. And then it's all fresh as a daisy, including the spring. This has been capped off and covered, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll stand it upside down for a few minutes to get the worst of any oil that's left in there out. Give the spring a good wipe off and a good spray down, and then we blow it all off with the airline, and we build it back up. Yeah. So what I do when I build it back up is I'll put a bit of fresh oil in a container like this one. In fact, I probably will use this one, and give everything a coating of oil before I slap it all back together. So we start putting it back together. I've foregone the container and gone for a little bit of oil. Just general purpose oil, it's fine, you know. This is the bronze oilite. Don't know what it's made out of, but it's a bushing anyway that goes over the fork. Then we've got this one that clips into this bit there, which is going to be a bit toyed by the looks of it. So we'll just give that. Come on, here we go. Give that a couple of love taps. Work it down. That's that. In fact, that goes in before the fucking seal, so we'll take that off the top. Now, the damper rod goes down the tube. Yeah. Sticks out the bottom. And that little cap goes on. Like so. Then that all goes into the fork. Yeah, and it should be a nice fit with that bushing that we put on. And this locking bolt goes up its bum there. So what I do is get the spring, drop it in the tube off camera, drop it in the top of the tube. Yeah, and I use that to hold it in place while I waz it in with a nut runner. Well, not a nut runner, little 3/8 drive jobber. So that goes like that. That goes in there. Then we press on the spring and job's a good one, nice and toyed. Now, when it comes to fitting the seal, which is next, there's that bushing that goes on first. Yeah, that goes down into the hole. It will do. I make these little drifts. They've got a few of these different sizes. They fit over the tube and then fit over into the top of the fork stanchion like that. That's too big for that. So let's try this one. Oh, nice. So they go in there, and then I can use those to tap everything home without fear of damage. So we get the washer spacer goes on like that, and then new seals. Where have I put the fucking new seals? Oh well, use these ones, hey. Get the new seals, lube him up. You know what to say about lube? Nice and slipper. Then that goes over the fork, and we get our doodah and tap it down. Sometimes we'll need to use a mallet, depends on the job, but you get the picture. And then we put that circlip on, put the oil in, the amount of oil it needs, and then once the top in, and we've done. Happy days.
Sneaky peek. Okay. Nice that is.
there's one thing left to do with this. Well, I've got to do steering stops, I've got to check the risers fit, I've got to, you know. But I don't know if we had a slight miscommunication, or the bloke that did the yokes didn't understand. I don't fucking know, I'm bothered. We need to make a sleeve that fits on the old fork tops, because they go skinny where they go through the yokes. They don't stay at 41mm. That fits on there and fits in there. No big deal. See it all the time. Quite a usual thing. So I'm just going to cut myself a chunk of aluminium, bless it, and then we'll be over to the lathe to make one. Righto folks, I'm running the machine to drown out the sound of the wireless, because I don't want a copyright strike. Got adverts or some shit on there now, so it don't matter. I've cut that bit off. I'm going to chuck it up. Now I need to make sure there is 37mm at least hanging out, and there isn't. So let's see how. Oh yes. So I'm going to bring it down to size. So we'll face off. Yeah, that's not true. Take another slice. Set a DRO to 0 on the X. Is that proper? Yeah. Okay. And now we're going to turn the outside down to 41mm. So we'll put our feet the right way around. The real big fucking necessary thing to do. Let's take a bit more of a clean up pass, eh? Beauty. Right, we've got 50 points. 1, 2, 3. 50 point. Oh, fucking hell. Just over 50. 50.2, I'm going to call that. 50.2. So X, just set my DRO, is 50. Oh, hold on. X is 50.2. Enter. Right. Now I need to touch off and 0 that again. I'll fuck my buttons up. Press one button. Touch on there. Oh, it's not bad actually. So we know we want it 41. So we can take 2mm off and go 48, and we'll get rid of that 0.2 while we're at it. So here we go. 40. Come on. Really too far. Back a bit. 48 on the nose. And we'll go pretty much down to the chuck with that. And we'll repeat that until we come on to the 41mm cut, which is where I'll join you again. Okay, so here we go with 41mm. To catch this early, which we've not, have we? If we catch that early, we can kind of steer where the swarf goes, so it goes somewhere we want. If not, you end up with a fucking tangle, which is what we really don't. There you go. Oh no, we've not. Thought we got it. I don't want to have to interrupt this cut because it's a lovely finish. And it's a finished size. There you go, there's the tangle. Happy fucking days. Get this shit out of the way. Sorted. And now we can break that corner. We can remove this tool. We can get some drilling action going. Straight in, no fucking about. With a big-ish drill bit, 22mm drill bit. Now this all needs to be inch, so we're going to switch to imperial measurements once we get going. I just need to make a start. Your lube, like so. There we go. And I want that to be about the 10 mark. where I'm at full diameter. So I'm just going to reset myself, and I'm going to go about 36-38mm deep. There's nice swarf coming up, aren't they? Nice curly wheelies. So you can join me near the end again. Right, now we're at 32, 34, 36. Happy days. So get that out of the way. Get some of the shit out of the way. And these Shirley Temple. And just off camera taking the big bit out, because you bet your life when you're doing something you forget, you're going to get yourself on the back of the hand or the elbow or something like that. It's fucking quite warm. It's a big thing. Oh bastard, that is fucking hot. So we tend to forget, I do, and I know a lot of other people do, when you're machining aluminium, you know, because aluminium won't high-speed steel or carbide or whatever your tooling is. It's easy to forget that it does need a cutting agent at times, and it does need a coolant. I mean, that's fucking hotter than a pistol. Burnt the back of my hand, man. So to get the right size and the right finish and yada yada yada, we need a bit of fucking coolant on there, don't we? We need a bit of lube. It's not always about just saving tools, you know, it is about finish and size. That's at least as important when it comes to coolant. There you go. So anyway, I've digressed. What I'm going to do is switch to metric. Sorry, switch to imperial now. So I'm just going to take it to the bottom of the hole. Like that. Zero my Y. Sorry, my Z. Or whichever fucking one it is. It's Z, isn't it? Zero my Z. Take your cut and have a measure. So we want 1 inch, don't we? So let's see where we're at. Now, here's the cheat. Because I can't read the fucking scale properly without my cheaters on, sometimes I can go, well, that is at, I'm going to call that 22.9, right, millimeters. I can read that easy. So on the DRO, you can't see this. Switch it to metric again. Put X is 22.9, right, and then I switch it back to imperial, and it's 900 thousandths thereabouts. So let's just double check for the 900 I saw then. Come on, 900 and fucking hell, 5/10. So yeah, happy days. Right, so we need 100 thou out, don't we? So we're going to take, we'll take 30 thou. No, 100 don't add up. I need to round it into cuts. 25 thou at a time is not enough. Really, I could go more than that. But it ain't a rush. It's not a race. I'll feed this by hand. And again, you can join me on the last pass. Okay, so we're in for the last pass. Takes out to inch. Nice light cut. Not too gnarly on the swarf. I'm just going to let that auto feed down until we hit the 0 mark, which I registered as the bottom of the hole. We're about halfway there now, so take your time. no rush, one nice finish on there. I'm coming up now. There we go, so in and out. Happy days. So now we can fuck that off out of the way. Break that edge. And now we can go back to Imperial. Sorry, metric, because I want it 34mm long. Put a parting tool in, like so. Switch our feeds. And touch off again on there, which is going to be there, 0. Wait, when I'm winding this along 37, which is 34 for the part and 3mm for the tool. Come on, there it is. And in we go, kids. And we fucking go. Happy days. Big long curly whirlies coming off there, aren't they? Gonna break off, that is. Boosh. Job done. So I've just rechucked that once it's touchable. Touchable? Is that a word, isn't it? Fucking on. I'll rechuck that, break this edge, break that edge, and we're done. That's one of 2 sorted. Okay, so I've dropped that in the hole. I can't fucking get it out. It's too slippy. So there you go. That's where that lives. And then this top nut screws down on top of it. These oils, they're fucking seals. It's a bit of fucking pipe, and it's shit. So we need some longer ones, longer bits of fucking fuel pipe or oil pipe or whatever it is, putting over there so they don't leak oil out. But that fits like that long. So that screws down onto there. Come on. Come on. And whoosh. Finishes the job like that. So there you go. There it is. Well, it's not on its wheels, it's backwards off the ground at axis on the stand, but you know, get the picture. Sorted. Thanks for watching. As always, check out my friends in the description below. Give us a sub, give us a like, give us a comment, and follow along. Big love, everyone. See you soon.